Hello, we're excited to show you our native speech capabilities, where you can direct a voice, create realistic dialogue, and so much more. Edit these placeholders to get started.
Okay, so I need to tell you something embarrassing. Last week, a woman in my Facebook group messaged me and said, and I quote, "Sam, you should literally charge for this." And I laughed. I said, "Girl, charge for what? This is just me figuring stuff out."
And that right there is exactly why we're doing this episode today.
Because I'm oblivious?
Because you are sitting on a gold mine and you cannot even see it. And I promise you, if you're listening to this right now, you probably are too.
Okay, that gave me chills a little bit.
Good. Stay in that feeling, because by the end of this episode, you are going to have at least one real viable business idea, and it's going to come from your own life, not from some business book, not from a guru, from you.
All right, I'm scared, but I'm ready.
Let's go. Welcome back to the Single Mom CEO podcast, the show where we skip the fluff and get straight to what actually works for moms building income on their own terms. I'm Maya, business strategist and founder of the Single Mom CEO Framework.
And I'm Sam, a single mom of two, working full-time, surviving on dry shampoo and iced coffee, and learning all of this right alongside you. Like, genuinely alongside you. I didn't know any of this stuff before this show.
And that's exactly why Sam is here, because she is the audience. She asks the questions you're too afraid to ask. She has the breakthroughs you're about to have. And today we're doing something a little different.
Yeah, we're doing a live exercise, like on air, which is either going to be brilliant or deeply humiliating for me.
It's going to be brilliant. This is episode 9, and we are talking about how to find your $1 million business idea and why it is almost certainly hiding in your everyday life right now.
If you're new here, hi, welcome. You picked a good one to start with. And if you've been here since episode 1, you already know things are about to get real.
Okay, Sam, let me ask you something. When most people think about starting a business, what do they think they need first?
A unique idea? Like something nobody's ever thought of?
Exactly. And that belief is the number one thing keeping people stuck. The pressure to be original, to invent something, to have this lightning bolt moment.
Right, like you need to be the next person who invented, I don't know, the fidget spinner.
Yes, and here's the truth that nobody tells you. You don't need a unique idea. You need a profitable one. Those are completely different things.
Wait, say that again.
You don't need a unique idea. You need a profitable one. There are thousands of accountants, thousands of bakeries, thousands of virtual assistants, and every single day new ones start and make great money. Why? Because they serve their specific people in their specific community with their specific energy. That's the differentiator, not the idea itself. So I don't have to invent anything. You do not have to invent a single thing. The best business ideas, especially for someone starting out with limited time and money, are simple solutions to everyday problems, problems that you already understand, problems you've already solved. Okay, this is already making me feel better because I am not an inventor. I can barely assemble IKEA furniture. And yet I bet you figured out a system for doing it faster than the instructions say. Okay, I actually have a whole method involving laying everything out by size first, and that's a business idea. The IKEA thing? The systems brain. The way you figure things out and make them simpler. That is a skill. And skills become services, services become businesses. We're going to find yours today. All right, here's the framework I want you to write down if you can, or screenshot this if you're watching on YouTube. I call it the problem spotter method, and it has 5 sources, 5 places your best business idea is hiding right now.
Okay, I have my notes app open, I'm ready.
Source 1, skills you already have and use. Not the stuff on your resume necessarily, although that counts too, but what do you actually know how to do? What comes naturally to you that others struggle with? Like, what would be an example of that? Maybe you're incredible at negotiating bills down. Maybe you know how to meal prep for a week in under an hour. Maybe you're the person everyone calls when their kid is struggling in school because you figured out how to advocate for your own child in the system. Those are all skills with real market value. I never think of those as skills. Those are just like survival. Sam, survival skills are the most valuable skills because a lot of people have not survived what you have and they need someone who has. Remember that. Okay, yeah, continuing. Source 2, problems you've personally solved. If you hit a wall, struggled through it, and figured out a way forward, someone else is still at that wall right now, and they would pay for your solution. Like, okay, going through my divorce, I had no idea how any of the paperwork worked, and I spent months just figuring out what forms even existed. Hold that thought. We're coming back to that. Source 3, things people compliment you on. This one is sneaky because we dismiss compliments. Someone says, wow, you're so organized, and we say, oh, it's nothing. But if multiple people have said the same thing to you, that is market research. That is people telling you what they value about you. Multiple people have told me I explain things really clearly, like I make complicated stuff feel simple. There is a business. Education, coaching, content, tutoring, documentation. So many directions that one skill can go. Source 4. Your frustrations as a consumer. What drives you absolutely crazy about an industry or a service you use? What do you wish existed? What do you always complain about? Oh God, the lack of resources for single moms that aren't condescending. Everything is either like, here's a food bank, or girl boss your way to millions. There's nothing in between that's actually realistic. Pause. You're describing this podcast, Sam. Oh my God, I am, which is why it exists. Frustration is a compass. It points directly at the gap in the market. And source 5, the last one, underserved markets you belong to. You are a single mom. That is a community of millions of people with specific needs, specific pain points, specific time constraints, and budget realities. And the people who understand that community best are in it. So my lived experience isn't a disadvantage. Your lived experience is your market research. You have done research that no MBA program could replicate. You know what single moms need because you are one. Nobody has ever framed it like that. Write it down. Your life experience is market research. Okay, let's do the exercise live. Sam, I'm going to ask you some questions and I just want you to answer honestly. First thought that comes to mind, no filtering. Oh no. What is something that people in your life come to you for help with repeatedly? Okay, so this is kind of random, but a lot of the moms in my online group ask me about custody paperwork, like what forms to file, how to organize the documents, how to track communication with their ex for legal purposes. How long have you been helping people with that? Like 2 years, maybe more? I made myself a whole system when I was going through my custody modification, and then I just started sharing it when other moms asked. And what do they say when you help them? They always say thank you, like genuinely. One woman told me I saved her $300 in paralegal fees because I helped her organize everything before her appointment so she didn't waste time. Sam, yeah? She saved $300 using your free help. What does that tell you? That what I know is worth money. That what you know is worth money to people who are scared and overwhelmed and in the middle of one of the hardest things they'll ever go through. You have been giving away a service that has a clear, demonstrable dollar value attached to it. I genuinely never thought of it that way. I just thought I was being helpful. You were being helpful. You were also being a business owner without the business. The only thing missing was the structure and the price tag. This is making me want to cry a little bit. That's how you know it's real. What else? Okay, people also ask me about time management, how I work full time and do school pickups and activities and still have like some semblance of a life. I have a whole weekly planning system I made in Notion. 2 ideas. Keep going. 1 more. I'm really good at finding resources, like local assistance programs, grants for single parents, free activities for kids. I basically have a mental database of everything available in my area, and I share it in the group all the time. 3 business ideas, Sam, from a 15-minute conversation, all from your real life, right now, no invention required. A custody document organization service, a time management thing for single moms, and some kind of local resource guide or service? Yes, and we haven't even validated them yet. That's next episode. But those are 3 real, viable, in-demand ideas rooted in actual problems you have already solved for real people who are grateful enough to say thank you. I feel like I should have been charging people for 2 years and I'm a little upset about it. Use that energy, starting now. Okay, before we get to the LLM prompt, because yes, we have one today and it is going to do a lot of the heavy lifting for you, I want to share this episode's single mom gem, because ideas are sneaky. They show up when you are driving a school pickup, when you are washing dishes, when you are lying in bed at 11 p.m. trying to sleep. Literally last night I had an idea and I told myself I'd remember it in the morning. And gone, completely gone. This is why the gem today is the voice note idea capture. On your phone right now, whether it's iPhone or Android, you have a voice memo app. Create a folder called Ideas. And when inspiration strikes, while you're driving, while you're cooking, while you're in the skill planning, you don't text, you don't type, you just hit record and talk. Just talk out loud, just talk. Okay, I just thought of this. What if I helped moms organize their back to school paperwork every August for a flat fee? Done. 30 seconds, captured. You don't have to do anything with it in that moment, you just can't lose it. This is so simple and I cannot believe I haven't been doing this. The best systems are simple. Once a week, even just 10 minutes, you sit down and you listen back to your voice notes. Some will sound ridiculous, some will be gold, but you'll never lose the gold ones again. I'm making the folder right now as you're talking, not even waiting. Good, that's the energy. All right, the moment some of you have been waiting for. We're going to give you a prompt you can copy right now, today, and paste into any AI assistant. Claude, ChatGPT, Gemini, whatever you use. And this prompt is going to walk you through the problem spotter method and help you identify your own business ideas, even if Maya and Sam aren't there to do it with you. I kind of want to use this myself, even after what just happened. Read it out, Sam. Okay, here it is. And if you're watching on YouTube, pause right here and copy this down. I want you to act as a business idea coach helping a single mom identify profitable business ideas based on her real life. Ask me the following questions one at a time, wait for my answer, then ask the next. After I've answered all of them, analyze my answers and suggest 3 specific business ideas I could start with limited time and money. Here are the questions. 1. What do people in your life, friends, family, online groups, ask you for help with most often? 2. What is something you figured out the hard way that you wish someone had just explained to you? 3. What do people compliment you on, even when you think it's no big deal? 4. What frustrates you most as a consumer? What service or product do you wish existed or worked better? 5. What system, habit, or workaround have you created in your own life that saves you time, money, or stress? After I answer all 5 questions, give me 3 specific business ideas with a 1-sentence description of who the customer is, what problem it solves, and 1 simple way I could start testing it this week with no money. That prompt is going to do exactly what we did today, live, but you can do it privately at your own pace at 11 o'clock at night after the kids are in bed. And the AI is going to give you actual ideas, specific ones based on your actual answers, not generic stuff. The key is being honest in your answers. Don't perform. Don't give the answer you think sounds impressive. Give the real answer. The more specific you are, the better the ideas you'll get back. I'm literally going to do this tonight with the customer.